Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife Karina from beautiful Venezuela. And we went through the K1 visa process just like you guys. And Karina had got her green card in June of 2024. She had a scary visa interview at the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia on November 16th, 2023. She got a horrible 221G, which means she had to get an Interpol police certificate, which she got, and that took a month. So that was an extra month in Colombia with our family in Bogota. And then we flew together from El Dorado International Airport. How you like that? To Miami, Florida, and we rented a Jeep Cherokee and drove from Miami to here in the northern panhandle of Florida. Hopefully you don't have the green card blues. I was just playing a little guitar there for you. It's horrible, I know. No? But Karina likes it. Karina goes that. I got my Colombian hat on. I got my Venezuelan hat here. To everybody watching us in Colombia and Venezuela, especially in Venezuela. I know it sucks to be in Venezuela right now with that horrible government, that horrible Maduro, that communist. But with that said, if you're planning on getting a K1 visa and you live in Venezuela, I recommend you get your passports sooner rather than later. Sooner, because you never know. This loco Presidente Maduro, this crazy communist, might all of a sudden decide he's not going to issue passports to Venezuelans anymore. He could do that. That's how crazy he is. He's already blocked passports for journalists and other people. So if you live in Venezuela, please, if you're planning on a K1 visa with your American citizen sponsor, please go and get your freaking passport sooner rather than later. We hope everybody's doing well. Today is what? Wednesday? Boy, Mercury. Today is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. The time is flying by pretty quick. Soon it's going to be November and Thanksgiving. Well, actually Halloween, right? First. Then it's Thanksgiving. So for you watching us around the world in those 160 countries plus, in October we have Halloween, and in November we have Thanksgiving, and in December we have Christmas, and then we got New Year's. Okay, now remember, especially if you live in Colombia, if you are working a K1 visa in Colombia right now, remember the U.S. Embassy in Bogota celebrate American holidays and they celebrate Colombian holidays. So December slows up because I think Colombia is probably either the number one or the number two country in the world that has vacations. They have days off. They have days off for days off. Okay? They have lots of vacation time in Colombia. So when Colombians are having a vacation, the U.S. Embassy is closed. When Americans in America are having a vacation, the U.S. Embassy in Bogota is closed. So in December, it's kind of hard to get a freaking visa interview. Just so you know that. Okay? Well, actually, during the whole year, it can be slower because of all the vacation time. But I am here to answer your K1 visa questions, your green card questions, your spousal visa questions, whatever questions you got, your tourist visa. You want to come to America as a tourist and meet your sponsor, you can do that. You can do that. And I can show you how to do it. Remember, a K1 visa is a non-immigrant visa, and a spousal visa like a CR1, which is a conditional residence visa, or an IR1, is also a visa that you can process at the embassy wherever you live. Okay, I can help you with it. I've got 8 years. No, I got 10 years almost 10 years of experience doing this. 9.5 years of processing K1 visas and green cards. So I can help you get through this horrible process. It's a long wait. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of stress. We know that. We've been there. We've done it. Karina's here on her 2-year green card, and she's already collecting the evidence for her 10-year green card. When you get to the United States of America and you got your 2-year green card and you have a big celebration, yoo-hoo, got my 2-year green card. Well, the process isn't over because you got to keep saving your evidences for your 10-year green card. And then even then, when you get your 10-year green card, the process isn't over because in 10 years, you got to renew it. Okay? So my advice is once you get your 10-year green card, start working on becoming a U.S. citizen. And how do you do that? Well, you got to fill out Form N-400. You can do it online or you can do it by paper. Okay? You can file for U.S. citizenship online. You cannot file for a K-1 visa online, and you cannot file for a green card going through a K-1 visa online. Okay? Remember that. So when you get to America and you're going to adjust your status to a 10-year to your 2-year green card, you cannot do it online as a K-1 visa applicant. All right, just so you know that. Lots of people don't know that. No, you don't need Form I-130. That's a form when you file for your spouse or your mom or your dad. If you want to bring your spouse to the United States on a CR1 visa, which is a conditional residency visa, that's when you'd include the I-130. But when you come to the United States of America on a K-1, you just file for the green card, okay? You don't include Form I-130. It's not required. So don't get in a panic that you got to fill it out. You don't have to. It's less work for you, right? Now remember, I give you all this free information. Doesn't cost you a dime. Just got to hang out with us. That's all. If you can hang out with us, you'll learn how to do this for free. But I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice, and I don't work for USCIS. Okay? I don't work for any of those companies that charge you hundreds and thousands of dollars to process a simple green card application. A green card process is easy. It's not difficult. You can do it in your sleep. You just got to pay attention to details, okay? And be patient and don't make mistakes. Why do people get their green cards denied? Why do they get them denied? Well, they file for their green card without making enough money. Their income is insufficient. They make it through the embassy interview at 100% of the federal minimum income, but they don't make it 125%. So what are you going to do? Get a joint sponsor. That's what you do. You get a joint sponsor. That's how you solve that problem. Get a joint sponsor. When you file for your green card on Form I-129F, make sure you're using the most recent edition of the form. Don't forget to sign it. Okay? Lots of K-1 visas get returned to sponsors because the sponsor forgets to sign the friggin' form. It's not hard to do. You sign the form, your full name. First name, middle name, last name. When you sign a document for immigration, you sign it with your first name, your middle name, and your last name where they can read it. You don't sign your name like a chicken scratch doctor, okay? Because then your form and everything will be sent back to you. You've got to sign your name where they can read it. That includes the I-134, the Declaration of Financial Support. Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, when you are putting your financial documents together in order for the K-1 visa interview, you have to sign Form I-134, Mr. Sponsor. The beneficiary doesn't sign that form. Even though on the I-134 it says beneficiary signs here, sponsor signs here, blah, blah, blah. This is a form that is filled out by the sponsor for who? The beneficiary. Now, if the beneficiary was coming to the United States on a B-2 tourist visa, then the beneficiary would fill out the Form I-134, Declaration of Financial Support. But the beneficiary is not coming to America on a tourist visa. He or she is coming to the United States on a non-immigrant visa to get married in America within 90 days, right? There you go. Francois Livingston gets the first post on the live stream. Good evening, Diego and Karina. Hamed and Francois are checking in for class. Okay, Francois, then I'll give you a Mountain Dew salute just because you're checking in for class. Now remember, Francois, you're at the next stage in this process, the green card stage. It took you 3 years to get the K1 visa approved. Okay. But your patience and your due diligence and your skill and your intelligence got you through it, overcame a lot of obstacles, right? You came through a lot of bumps, you went over a lot of hills and valleys. You got your K1 visa approved in the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East for Hamid, who is from Morocco. Okay. And now you're both where? In New York. You're in upstate New York, and Hamid's getting ready for this freezing cold weather. He's probably never seen snow before. Although I don't know, in Morocco they probably have snow, but I don't think they have snow in the United Arab Emirates. So Francois, you're going to get married, right? Within the next 2 weeks. You're going to get Hamid his social security number, right? And you're going to repeat the medical exam. You're going to redo the medical exam for the green card. Find a civil surgeon in upstate New York who is certified by the U.S. State Department to do green card medicals. Repeat the freaking medical exam. Get his vaccinations recertified. Okay. And put together a strong, super duper green card application. So what's going to be in Francois's green card application for Hamid? It's Hamid's paperwork actually, but Francois is going to help him. What's going to be in there, Francois? The I-94, the marriage certificate. Now, these have to be certified documents, okay? Certified by the courthouse. The marriage certificate has to be certified. You cannot go to Office Depot and make a copy of your marriage certificate. It's got to be a certified, original stamp, wet inked certified copy. Bawan BLS _official. Okay, official. Hi, Diego. What's going on? Bawan, how are you? How is your family? Hi, Karina. Okay, there you go. Now I keep hiding this Venezuelan hat. Now, Karina, she got me that hat in Caracas, Venezuela, before the crazy elections. Francois, we sure are getting married within the next 2 weeks. There you go. After that, we go get his social security number. That's correct. And then you're going to get him on your bank as a joint account holders. And then you're going to wait a couple of months, 60 days, whatever, and you're going to wait for those bank statements to come in with his name on it and with your name on it. Immigration want to see joint account holders on the bank statements. That's why you get married within 2 weeks, you get a social security number, get them on the bank, okay, and then wait for the bank statements to come in. Those bank statements will go in your green card application. Put them on any utility bills you can get them on, like the water bill or whatever you can get. I don't know if you're in a homeowners association, go get him a Sam's Club card, go get him a library card. You get a library card, he gets a library card, you get a Sam's Club card, he gets a Sam's Club card, and you put the cards together on a white piece of paper like this, and you put it in a document protector, and then immigration can flip through it, and they can see that you and Hamid are cohabitating together. Put them on the title to your car. Anything that you can think of, put Hamid on it, okay? That way, you overload immigration with so much information of you cohabitating, commingling funds, and what's very, obviously, don't forget the I-94. You got to include the I-94 in the green card application. You must include it. You said the I-94. Francois has question. You said the I-94. I don't mean to sound silly, but where do I get that from? His passport was stamped with the 90-day stamp. No, you got to go. Francois, I have made a video on this channel on how to get the I-94. So if you go into the channel where it says, look for a video across the channel, type in I-94, type in Diego Ross I-94. It will take you to 2 or 3 videos that I've made specifically for that question. So it's a couple of minutes long, okay? But if you watch those videos, you will know exactly how to get the I-94. You must include the I-94 from the Border Patrol website in the green card application. If you don't, you'll get an RFE, request for further evidence. So you can either watch the videos I've made on how to get the I-94, or you can go to the Border Patrol website, Google Border Patrol. You can do this. Go Google Border Patrol I-94. Boom, take you to the website. And then you can check the videos, Francois, or do what I just said. You got to include the I-94. Okay? Camille 1. Hello, Diego and Karina from Boston, Massachusetts. How are you today? We're good. Just checking into the class. Well, we're right here, Camille 1. We're hanging out with you guys. I got my Colombian hat on. There you go. My landlord, or our landlord, when we lived in Bogota, Colombia, we rented this apartment in Bogota for like 2.5 years. And when we left, my landlord gave me this as a gift. He said, man, Diego, we don't want you to leave. We don't want you to leave Bogota, Colombia. We don't want you to go. I said, hey, I'm sorry, man. We're out of here. We're going to Florida. Johnson M. Good evening, Diego and Karina. Hope you guys are doing well. Taking my wife to the ESL class tonight. Just to let everyone know, Diego's information is helpful, valuable, and free. You can't beat the free part and the valuable part, and it's helpful. I've helped hundreds of people get their green cards and their K-1 visas. I've helped a few people get their spousal visas, and I've helped a few people get a tourist visa. But I helped one guy get his freaking K-1 visa approved. He was in a country which was under a war, you know, and he got an asylum in another country. He couldn't get his passport because he couldn't go back to the country where he was started from because of the war that was going on. So I helped him get a K-1 visa without a passport. Imagine that. Now he's married and living in New Mexico, happy as a clam. He can't believe it. I said, well, hang out with Diego he hung out on the channel for about a year, 9 months to a year, and he got to learn how to do this process, and we got him to America. Francois, I would check those videos. Yeah, Francois, just type in there I-94 or Diego Ross I-94, and you'll find the videos on how to get that form. And I would make 5 copies or 6 copies of it. Get 5 or 6 copies of it, because Hamid's going to need it for his Social Security card, and he's going to need to carry it around with him while he's waiting on his green card. All right. Let me see here. Bawon official. Diego, we received the email from the U.S. Embassy in the Dominican Republic today. There you go. Mountain Dew salute to official. BLS official. What does BLS mean? Francois. Oh, no more, not any more RFEs. No RFEs for Francois. We're going to make your green card package RFE free. No RFEs, 0. Carlos, checking into class. What's up, Carlos? And we will be flying to Colombia on Friday. You're going to be flying to Bogota Friday. We are ready for our interview. Is it good to staple bank statements or highlight my deposits? Don't staple anything. Bring the bank statements, highlight the deposits. Get one of these yellow marker pens. I got one here somewhere. I don't know. I buried it up here. This is the one I use for Karina. Get a highlighter. Highlight the deposits on your bank statements, but do not staple anything because it slows down the process. Because if you staple stuff, when you go to the embassy in Bogota, they're just going to rip the papers apart from the stapled, all that judicious work you did stapling everything, they're going to tear it apart. So don't staple anything. Listen to me, Carlos. And you highlight your deposits, okay? That's exactly what I did with this pen right here, this magic marker. It's a famous magic marker right here. Francois, your offer is still on for a timeline video of the K-1 visa journey. Francois, you know when I say something, I'm going to do it. Okay? When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. When I say I'm going to get you a green card approved, I'm going to get you a green card approved. When I say your K-1 visa is going to get approved, if you listen to me, it's going to get approved. Okay? Let me see here. Yeah, Francois, if you go ahead and email me or send me your timeline from your NOA1 letter all the way to your visa interview, when you landed in America, also the date you landed in the United States. Everything you can think of in your timeline, send it to me. And when I get it, I will make a video for you that very same day. Okay? As soon as I get the information, I will make you a video. Okay? But don't send it in this freaking timeline, in this live stream. Send it to me, okay? Let me see. Bawan BLS official. BLS means black Lerny Satechi. Okay, very good. Interesting. Francois, what's the new kitty's name? Vinny. Vinny. Donde Vinny, mi amor? This is Vinny. This is our kitty cat's name. Okay? Vinny. Now, what is Vinny? What is that short for? Come on, give it a guess. What is it? What is Vinny short for? Give it a guess. Francois, what's the new kitty's name? Vinny. Camille one, congratulations. Hey, Carlos, look at Mountain Dew salute. Carlos got it. All right, it's Vinny for Venezuela. And Camille one, congratulations to Francois Livingston. Yep, Francois, she waded across a lot of muddy rivers to get to this where she is right now. Uno Mikey, what's going on, Uno Mikey? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Tú bien? Francois, I believe in you and will definitely listen to you and Karina. We're going to get you through this, Francois. All you got to do is watch about 2 or 3 videos that I've made on how to adjust status for your green card. Watch those videos. And then I will help you with any questions. Okay? Hamid's going to get his green card. But you got to do it the way, if you listen to me, if you follow my advice, you're going to get it, number one, without a freaking interview, face-to-face, with another scary immigration officer. And you'll get it mailed to your house in New York. Francois, Camille 1, thank you. It's been quite a journey. Francois went on a real K1 visa journey. I mean, seriously. I mean, I can't play the guitar very well, okay, but Francois gets the K1 visa blues. Francois, that's for Francois. I'm not going to play anymore. You're going to tell me to start a YouTube channel on how to play guitar. Let me see. Johnson M. Thank you so much, Diego. Your videos on completing USCIS Form I-485, the easy way, walk me through every step. Your video tutorial was so helpful in explaining what to do on the form. Johnson M. That's the purpose. We're happy to hear that. Mountain Dew salute. I don't want you spending any freaking money on immigration attorneys or paying companies to do this paperwork. It's not hard. You just got to be, number one, you can't be afraid of the U.S. government. Don't be scared of the U.S. government. Work for us. We don't work for them. They work for us, number one. Francois, look at that super chat. Francois, look at that. Can't thank you both enough. Francois, you're going to get your green card for Hammond, Francois. Mountain Dew salute for Francois super chat. And Johnson M, I don't want you spending money, guys, on immigration attorneys. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney, but I got 10 years freaking experience with this. I can write a green card application in my sleep. I can put a K1 visa package together in 30 minutes. Look at that, Uno Mikey. Uno Mikey, look at that. And Francois also, man, you guys calm now. Calm down, Francois. Save the money. Save that money. Uno Mikey, my wife got her visa. They only asked her 3 questions. 3 preguntas in Bogotá. What's my occupation? ¿Cuál es tu señor trabajo? How did we meet? Oh, that's an interesting question. What's my cat name? Man, what's your cat's name? That's it. She's coming to Orlando this month from Colombia. Now, if you notice on the Colombian flag, Uno Mikey, the yellow part of the flag, the yellow part is much bigger than the red part. Even though the red part represents the blood that was shed for Colombia's independence, Okay. The yellow is the biggest part of the flag. And then a little bit of blue, and then a little bit of red. So congratulations to Uno Mikey. And they asked, what's your cat's name? That's an interesting question. Who would have figured that? They asked Karina, what's my brother's name? She told him right off the bat. And then they asked her, where does she live? In Florida, where's she going to live? And she told him the whole address, including the freaking zip code. He's like, dang. Christopher Reese, good evening to you all. Christopher, good evening. Buenas noches, Christopher. Francois, 2 super chats, Francois. Thank you. And Uno Mikey, a Colombian super chat. Johnson M. And Francois says, congratulations to Uno Mikey. And Uno Mikey, we can't wait. All that hurricane stuff will be cleared up in that part of Florida. And hopefully Orlando didn't get hit too bad. Francois says, congratulations to Uno Mikey. Johnson M. My wife's Form I-485 was mailed out October 7th via USPS. And USAS received it on October 14th. Thank you again for the video tutorial. Johnson M. Congratulations. And you included Form G1145, right? Uno Mikey, another super chat for Uno Mikey and Francois. You guys you're gonna keep me in my. I'm gonna be able to stock up a Mountain Dew for this whole week. Thank you guys. But Johnson M, we're happy for you, and I'm glad the video helped you, because people are paying immigration attorneys $3,000 or $4,000 to do this. If you just watch my freaking videos, it's free. And you know, I'm not saying immigration attorneys do a bad job. They don't. They do a good job for the most part. But some immigration attorneys screw up, and then you've already paid them $3,000, and their assistant is the person you got to talk to if you can get through. Okay, it's better you control the visa yourself. You control you got a beautiful bride in Colombia or groom in Colombia, and you want to bring her to the United States. You don't want to put that in the control of an immigration attorney. You, Mr. Sponsor, you, Miss Sponsor, you need to be in control of that process. Okay? So if there's an RFE happens to come by, you're going to get it, not the immigration attorney. What if your immigration attorney's on vacation when you get an RFE? You're going to have to hope and pray that somebody responds to the RFE on time. Because if they don't, your visa is going to get put into the water closet. All right. Francois, you know, Diego, Homeland Security officer, didn't ask us any questions at the airport when flying back to the United States from the UAE. You landed in where? You flew directly to John F. Kennedy, right? International Airport in Queens, New York, right? You flew to Queens, New York. You flew to New York City. New York City is a sanctuary state. They don't ask those kind of questions. Johnson M, look at that's a super sticker. Johnson M, that is an awesome LOL super sticker that gets an awesome Mountain Dew salute. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. We really do. You know, the super stickers and the super chats, right? We appreciate those very much. But what I want to do is save you lots and lots and lots of money from immigration attorneys and paying these companies all this freaking money. Don't do it. Just watch the videos. So UAE did. So when you landed in New York City, Francois, you didn't get a bunch of questions. That's because New York is a sanctuary state. Okay, so it's a lot easier to enter into New York City. Let's see here. Johnson M. Yes, sir. G1145 was included. That's good. That way you got a text message to your phone, right? With the receipt number. So you knew what was going on. Francois Livingston. You got to ask Karina to Hardy's after a long week at work. Les necesito yo compañía to Hardy's, tu mucho trabajo esta semana. Mucho. She said yes. There's a lot of work. She worked all day today. And here she is on the live stream, guys, helping you guys. Larry Piercy, attorneys always seem to screw up. That's correct. All the time. Well, not all the time. If I say all the time, attorneys are going to get mad at me. Immigration attorneys do a good job, okay, for the most part, but some make mistakes. If you watch my videos, put yourself back in control of your visa, you won't make any mistakes. And you're going to save about $4,000. Mikey says to Francois, thanks. And Johnson M, thank you for that super sticker. And Francois says, oh my, Larry Piercy is in the house. Now, Larry, he's a Marine. He was a Marine, okay? But he likes to speak French with Francois. He likes to practice saying Francois' name in French. Francois says she flew 14 hours straight to JFK. That's a long way. It's a long flight. And instead of paying an immigration attorney $4,000, you were able to use that money to go to the United Arab Emirates, hang out in the Middle East for a couple of weeks, spend time with Hamid, go to the frickin' visa interview, and come back. And you kept the boarding passes, you kept all of this evidence of your trip to the United Arab Emirates, and you're going to put it in the green card application, Francois. Johnson M, yes, you are saving us thousands of dollars. That's a Mountain Dew salute right there. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Immigration attorneys, they go through a lot of schooling. They take a bar exam. They're very intelligent people. They go through a lot of schooling. But have they ever got married to a foreign national? Have they ever married a foreign national? Or do they do this because of their superior intellect in school and books? I was in the Navy for 20 years, okay? And some of the officers that I had to work with couldn't tie their own freaking shoelaces, but they got master's degrees, okay? I had to unmess up a lot of stuff from a lot of stupid officers. I was a senior chief. It is what it is. Now here I am helping you with K-1 visas and green cards. And if you were an officer in the military watching this, no disrespect to you, I am not talking about you directly. I'm talking about the people I had to put up with when I was in the Navy. I don't know how they made it through frickin' high school, but here they are in the U.S. Navy as officers. Go figure. Larry Piercy, congrats, Francois. What the heck, Larry? That's right. Thank you, Larry Piercy, said Francois. Larry Piercy, are you skipping me? Did you get me a IOE number from Chicago? I hit the desk October 1. Yeah, an IOE is an electronic response to the green card application. Karina got an IOE response also. It's okay. And it's a little bit quicker, too, when you get processed through an IOE on a green card. So if you get a receipt number that says IOE on it, it just means it's electronic filed, and it's going to be a little bit faster. Larry Piercy, superior intellect. Larry Piercy, it says 200 days. What says 200 days? What are you talking about? Bud Garcia. Well, surprise, surprise. It's Bud Garcia. Hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. Bud. Karina's like, hello, Bud. Where have you been? How are you? You've been sleeping? You've been on vacation. Bud Garcia's wife is from Thailand. Larry Piercy's wife is from Thailand. I got to keep up with all you guys' wives, okay? Because you're going to give me questions about green cards. And Karina says, best wishes to Moggy, Larry Piercy. And Bud Garcia, how's your wife doing? How is she liking rainy Washington State? I know it rains every freaking day in Washington State. I went to Washington State, okay, when I was in the Navy for like 3 days, I think it was. In the middle of summer, it rained every day. Bud Garcia, my future wife is here in Washington State. Well, we hope so, because you went all the way to frickin' Thailand to get her here, right? Because I remember helping you through the K-1 visa process, the MVC process, the K-1 visa interview, the whole 9 yards. Larry Piercy, Moggy says, thank you, Karina. Gracias, Karina, por Moggy. Karina's like, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Moggy. Bud Garcia, she likes it here. Well, that's a good thing. What if she did it? What if you'd be planning on moving somewhere else, right? But at least in Washington State, Bud, even though it rains every freaking day, at least in Washington State, you don't have to pay income tax to the state. Now they get you on your stocks and bonds. If you got an awesome stock portfolio, Washington State will screw you on your taxes. They will take money from your stock portfolio, okay? Like cookies from a cookie jar. But you don't pay income tax on your to the state of Washington. Now correct me if I'm wrong. Rooster, hi Diego and Karina. What's going on, Rooster? How's your family? How are you? How's everybody? Bud Garcia, we are going to be going to the Social Security office soonest. Well, yeah, get her a Social Security card. Get her on your bank. So you have a joint account holders, okay? Wait for the bank statements to come in. Highlight your deposits from your income on the bank statements. Highlight your name, highlight your wife's name, and include it in the green card application. Very important. Immigration, when you're at the green card level, what are they looking for? They are looking for cohabitation, real relationship, joint owners on bank accounts, joint owners of stuff like your house, your car. If you live in an RV, that's fine. You can live in a freaking RV if you want to, but make sure your wife or husband is on the title to the RV. Make sure that you're on the phone bill, the electric bill, the water bill, the gas bill, the trash bill. Okay? Wait for those bills to come in. Get your secret super highlighter and highlight. When the trash bill comes in, it comes in on an email. I look on my phone. It's actually Karina's phone, but I see it on the phone. I see it and I print it right here on this printer. And every month I'm printing the trash bill. Every month I'm printing the water bill and the sewer bill. And I'm going to print it every freaking month until we apply for Karina's 10-year green card. So there's going to be at least 21 trash bills, 21 water bills, 21 bank statements, 21 phone bills with her name on it. I'm going to load up on bills so they can see Karina and I are, helping each other, basically, right? Karina's doing good. She loves her job. Larry Piercy. And Kamala will take it before you make income on your stocks. Well, Kamala Harris says she wants to tax your profits on your house. Let's suppose you buy a $200,000 house, and in 2 years it's worth $250,000. Well, nowadays you just sit on the profit, and when you sell it, you're good. If you're married, you get a $500,000 tax break, right? But Kamala Harris wants to tax that $50,000 profit before you even sell your friggin' house. Unrealized capital gains. Lena knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's correct. That is Marxist. That's what Maduro does in communist Venezuela. Seriously. If you look at Kamala Harris's economic plan for the United States, it's no different than Maduro's in Venezuela or Chavez. Okay? There's no difference. None at all. Let me see here. Bud Garcia, I will not be long on here because we are going to go shopping. Okay, now that's great, Bud. Excellent. So you must be about 3 hours behind us in the time zone. You're on the West Coast, so you're in Pacific time, right? Bawon BLS official, Diego, can I have your email? I'll need your help and want to contact you. Well, I don't use my email, Bawon official. I really don't use it at all. My email is basically for my trash bill. When my trash bill comes in, it's coming in on my email and my water bill. That's basically what I use it for. I don't write emails to anybody, but I can answer all your questions most definitely here, and I will get you through this process. I will help you. Lena, been a month since our NOA2, and since then, nothing. Give it 30 to 60 days, Lena. Okay, 30 to 60 days for the welcome. So you're waiting on the NVC welcome letter. Give them a couple of months, all right? Lena knows what I'm talking about with unrealized capital gains tax. Yeah, Kamala Harris wants to tax stuff. She wants to tax your profit on something you haven't even made a profit on yet. You know, if you buy, let's suppose you buy a $200,000 house and it goes up to $250,000. Kamala Harris wants to tax that $50,000, that the profit, which is unrealized right now. The lady is a freaking communist. All right. Why would anybody vote for that? I'm sure she's a very nice person. Okay. She's probably a nice person, but she was raised by Marxists. Her mom and dad are both Marxists. Why would Americans vote for that ideology? We don't want to be like Venezuela. We want to be like a free country. Rooster, Manila opened up a separate satellite office for doing visas for biometrics and pre-checks. Oh, that's good news. She had her visa interview before they changed the system, so she had to verify her date was still good. Okay. That's all good, Rooster, no worries. Larry Piercy will call you at lunch break tomorrow, Bud. Bud Garcia, I'm glad you guys are doing well. How is the storm? How is the storm? Did you get hit? No, the first storm, we're right here. The first storm went like this. It went this way. It went this way. Boom. Destroyed all this. Right? I have these notifications. And the second storm went this way and hit over here. So we didn't get, but you know, we were just lucky. We were just lucky. And honestly, quite honestly, I am getting sick and freaking tired of hurricanes. Karina never experienced a hurricane. When she lived in Caracas, Venezuela, there was a massive flood back, like 30 years ago. Karina was, just a youngin', and it wiped out a lot of people in Caracas, Venezuela. Okay, hurricanes do the same thing here in Florida, and I'm batted up to here with hurricanes and tornadoes. Let's see, Lena, Okinawa. So now in Okinawa, in Japan, there are 2 embassies that process K1 visas in Japan. Okay, there's Lena, there's 2. Okinawa. Yeah, I got you. Now I know Japan. I know the embassies there very well. There's 2 embassies that process visas in Japan, unless that's changed. Things change, but I don't think so. Lena, oh no, it was a typo. No, you're good. And Larry's going to call Bud Garcia tomorrow. And Bawan BLS official. Okay, thank you. Now listen, Bawan official. I'm going to get you through this green card application, this K1 visa process, okay? You can ask me all the questions you want. I do a live stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now Karina's working her long hours, so that's why I'm doing the live stream twice a week. But if you want me to do a live stream by myself during the week when Karina's at work, I can do a live stream for you guys, but Karina won't be here. She'll be at work. Okay? But if you want to see Karina, it's going to be Wednesdays and Saturdays. If you want to just see me, okay, I will do a live stream for you anytime you want. I'll do a live stream at 3 o'clock in the morning for our friends overseas, like in the Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, Singapore. I can do that. Remember, I'm a Navy guy. 3 o'clock in the morning to me is just like another time in the freaking time zone. Johnson M. Diego won't say it, but I will. Please hit the like button to support Diego and this YouTube channel. It's your channel, guys. Others like us need to see his videos and live stream. Yeah, I don't know, something about in YouTube, there's an algorithm. What is it? Logarithm, whatever the hell it is, right? There's a computer program in YouTube that if you hit the like button, it helps other people find the videos. But I don't ever ask you to like this stuff, and I never ask you to subscribe. I never ever ask you to do that. I mean, I'm not going to be here as a panhandler, all right? A panhandler sitting on the side of the road going, we'll work for food. I'm not going to do that. You either like the stuff I put out or you don't. But you got to remember this. I've helped lots and lots of people get their green cards. I've helped people get their K1 visas who honestly told me they were lost. They were totally not going to get it. There was one person whose K1 visa was being denied. It was denied by USCIS because of stupid mistakes. So I fixed it for him. I fixed it. And his denial went to an approval. Okay? I know how to do this, guys. Let me see. So Johnson M says, go ahead and hit the like button. Larry Piercy, you can't do without Karina. You get screwed up. Yeah, Karina, she runs all this. She's the administrator. She's got she got a degree in tax accounting, guys. Larry Piercy, 3 times a week is better. Okay, Larry wants me to do a live stream 3 times a week. I'll give you a Mountain Dew salute, Larry. Listen. How about I do this? I'll do the live stream with Karina on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I'll do the live stream by myself on Mondays. How does that work for you guys? But everybody likes to see Karina and talk to her. Okay, she runs the channel, and I just give you the information because it's all stored up here in my head. It won't go away. It's forever in my brain. Johnson M. Karina is the behind-the-scenes supervisor. Yeah, F it. Yeah, she is. She got this thing under control. She's running the channel. I'm just answering questions. Let me see. Larry Piercy, Karina, spelling. No, you're good. Larry Piercy, you think I'm still looking at 6 months for the green card, and the holidays may screw me up. 6 months right now is the minimum for a green card application. Monday, perfect. Let Karina do it by herself Tuesday. Now Karina is working. Karina's working long hours, guys. Okay. But she doesn't want to abandon you all. No. So we're going to do the live stream with Karina on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I'll do the live streams on Mondays. Okay. You got it? 6 p.m. I'll write it down here so you guys can see. Okay, so Monday, 6 p.m. is with Diego, right? Wednesday and Saturday, 6 p.m. is with both of us, right? Is that good? Come on, throw some questions at me. I've been talking for 48 minutes and 10 seconds, and I can probably answer a lot of questions that you have got nogging up around in your head right now that's stressing you out. Let me help de-stress you. Larry Piercy, is Franois in the United States with her fiance? Yes. Franois is in upstate New York, where it's cold, where the taxes are high. Taxes are so high in New York, they tax the freaking cracks in the sidewalks. Okay, in parts of New York, you cannot build an apartment complex with a gas installation because they ban gas. Can you believe these people? Larry Piercy and the Dems are running wild. The Dems, they're not Democrats. The Democrat Party doesn't exist anymore. It's the Communist Party of the United States. The Republican Party isn't strong either. The Republicans are basically scared to death to do anything. There's only a few Republicans that have got actually anything going on that's worthwhile, like Matt Gaetz, Congressman Matt Gaetz. He's about the only congressman in out of the 435 or whatever that I think's got anything done. So anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't care what your politics are. If you're a Republican or Democrat, I don't care. What I care about is helping you get your green card and your K-1 visas approved. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. But listen, when Trump was president, gas was $1.98 a gallon and a loaf of bread was $1.20. When Biden became president, gas went up to $4.50 a gallon and it's $5 for a loaf of bread. What changed? Presidents and ideology. That's what changed. And the Republicans and the Democrats are working together. Okay, a lot of the time they're working together. Oh, they come on TV, the Republicans, and start saying, "Oh, I'm doing this," and blah blah blah. It's all a bunch of blah blah blah. Okay. Anyway, Larry Pierce here. I had some walking around money. What? When Trump was president, you had some walking around money. Yeah. We got 3 weeks till the election, right? We got in America on November 5th is election for president of the United States. And it's ran by an electoral college. Now, this may not have anything to do with visas, but it helps you when you want to become a U.S. citizen. If you want to become a U.S. citizen, you got to know how our government works in America. And the United States has got 50 states, and each state has a representative based upon the population of the state. So California is a very big state with a big population. So they've got like 50 representatives or 50 electoral votes. Florida is a big state. They've got 30 electoral votes. What is an electoral vote? An electoral vote is the Electoral College, which means that each state has a number of votes that they can have to go towards the presidency. If the president wins the state, he wins those votes. And he's got to get to, I think it's, 270 votes? Larry, correct me if I'm wrong, in order to win the presidency. So Hawaii is a very small state. Hawaii's got like, 5 electoral votes. Florida's got 30. California's got like 50. New York, I think they're up there too because they're a big state. Utah, Nevada, New Mexico, I think is 5. Colorado, I think is like 6. So at the end of the day, after the election, you add up what states did Trump win and what states did Harris win. And then you add up those electoral college votes, and that person who gets 270 votes in the electoral college wins the election. I think it's 270. I should know that answer. Shame on me. I can't remember, but it's close. Okay. I think it's 270. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me. Please fix that if I made a mistake. But that's how our Constitution works. We're a constitutional republic. Okay? We're not a democracy. In a democracy, this is stuff you got to know for U.S. citizenship, guys. In a democracy, the popular vote in a democracy is, New York and California basically running the United States. But we're a constitutional republic, so everybody has a voice, even if they don't win their particular election. Let's see here. 270 is correct. Thank you, Larry. Chernobyl 955. Hey, Diego. Just had my K-1 visa interview today in Bogota, and our visa got approved. Woohoo! Yippee! They didn't ask for extra proof. Bank statements, its transcripts, only passports. Birth certificates and a police record. Let me tell you something, Chernobyl 955. They saw that stuff. Just because they didn't ask for it doesn't mean they didn't see it. Because they saw it. They saw it. They know you're good. Congratulations. Now listen up, everybody. Chernobyl 955 had his K-1 visa interview in Bogota, Colombia. Perfect. They wanted the I-134 and the last 2 W-2s. And the last W-2. Yeah. They looked at your I-134. They knew your income was way sufficient. So you're good to go. Congratulations. It's good, right? So when are you coming to America? When are you getting married? Do you have a wedding date set? Do you have a place, a honeymoon plan? Larry Piercy, I had to go to the eye doctor to get your pixie sparkles out of my eyes. Larry. fix that, Larry. Let's fix it. Here, hold on. Larry, open your eyes wider. There you go. Pixie dust. We're putting pixie dust on everybody today. K1 visas are getting approved. Green cards are getting approved. But the green card process right now is 6 to 9 months, guys. So when you get your green card application in the mail, you don't have to send it overnight at $100 with UPS, FedEx, or DHL. Just send it UPS, FedEx, or DHL, regular 4 or 5 day shipping. Why do I say that? Well, you can spend $100 if you want and get it to the USCIS office in Phoenix, Arizona, Chicago, Illinois, Elgin, Illinois, or Louisville, Texas. You can get it overnighted if you want to spend $100, but it's only going to sit on a freaking shelf until somebody gets to it and opens it. Okay? Just send it normal delivery, $40 or whatever, $45, all depends on how much stuff you're sending. And I want to put lots of pixie dust on everybody's green card applications and K1 visas. Chernobyl 955. We're planning on November 6th time to start packing, but we have to wait in Bogota until our visa passports is delivered to biometrics. Right. Yeah, you're going to be picking up your passports on Calle 26, number 92, Connector Gold 4. Prima Piso, which is the first floor, Lado Occidental in Bogota. Would you like me to type in the address where you're going to pick up your passports in Bogota? I can type the address right here if you want me to. Larry Piercy, mine was $67 for a 2-day delivery overnight. There you go. Well, that's fine, Larry, but remember, it's going to take 6 to 9 months to get a green card application completed. And from what I could see from your green card application, you're going to get it mailed to you. Adriana Salango Nunez. Hi, Diego and Karina. What's going on, Adriana? How's your family, by the way? How's everybody in your family? Everybody's good, right? Chernobyl 955. Oh, no worries. Got all that document ready and on hand. Okay, so you got the address to pick up the... Now, listen. When you go pick up the passport with the visa in it, make sure you check the visa is correct first before you walk out of that freaking office. Now, when you go in the office, you're not allowed to have your cell phone on. You got to turn off your cell phone. They're going to check on you. You go into the office, turn off your cell phone, check the name is spelled correctly on the visa before you leave that office. If there's a typo on that visa, you tell the lady right behind the desk, there's an error right here, fix it. But I'm sure there's going to be no problems with your K1 visa. Everything's going to be perfectly fine. And when you leave, right over here next to that building where you pick up the K1 visa, there's a restaurant, Crepes and Waffles. Chicken. What? It's waffles. We came out, Karina had her K1 visa in her Venezuelan passport. We went right next door and ate crepes and waffles. It was delicious. It was like $4 for a big slap-up breakfast. A person. Let me see. Chernobyl, but thank you for all the info. Now to continue to watch the next step. Yeah, we're here. We'll help you through it. If you got questions, I'll help you through it. Larry, I did 67. Chernobyl, but thank you for all the info. Now to continue. Yep, we got you, Chernobyl. Adriana, I travel to the United States by the end of November. Okay, but my job wants to keep me remotely. Well, your job where? In Colombia? Is that legal or illegal? Well, you can work for your job in the United States remotely for Colombia as long as you're paying taxes to the Colombian government. Are you going to file a tax return with the Colombian government from the United States? I haven't found information, but some people say it is illegal. Please, should I ask a U.S. attorney? No, you're going to ask me. Your job in Peru, you don't need an attorney, okay? I'm not giving you legal advice, but I'm going to tell you how this works. If you work for a company in Peru, okay, I forgot you. I'm sorry, it's Peru. I'm talking Colombia all day. If you work for a company in Peru and you work remotely, you got to pay taxes to the Peruvian government. Okay? When you get to the United States of America, if you're working for a company in Peru, you still got to pay taxes to the government of Peru. Technically, you're working in the United States, which isn't good if you don't have a green card or a work permit. You got to have a green card or a work permit to work for a U.S. company in the United States. But you're not working for a U.S. company. You're working for a foreign company in Peru. So the answer to your question is this. You can work in the United States for a U.S. company only if you have a green card or a work permit. You can work for a foreign government, or for a foreign company, like in Peru, but you got to file a tax return with the Peruvian government from the United States. So my advice would be not work for a foreign company, quit your job, wait until you get your green card and your work permit, and then start work again with that company. My job files taxes for me. They discount me every month with that work. You can do it as long as you are paying taxes to Peru. Okay, like I pay my taxes here in America, so Joe Biden can go on his vacations to Delaware on the beach. You pay your taxes to the government in Peru, so the president of Peru can go on his vacation. All right, but you gotta pay taxes to the Peruvian government if you're working for a Peruvian company, even if it's in the United States, remotely. But what I recommend you would do is start working for the Peruvian company, wait for your green card, okay? I'm scared they would deny my green card if I keep working. No, they're not going to deny your green card because you're working remotely for a company in Peru. They will deny you a green card if you're working for a U.S. company where you need a social security number and a green card. When you work for a U.S. company, you got to have a green card, work permit, and a social security number, and then you file an EIN number. You file a a W-9 or a W-10? I can't remember. I'm not a CPA, but you got when Karina started work with her company, she had to fill out her tax paperwork. They asked her, "Where's your green card? Where's your social security number?" Boom, boom, here it is. Okay, you're good to go. Karina's now paying taxes to the U.S. government. She pays into her Medicare. She's paying into her Social Security, her FICA tax. She's paying her FICA tax, right? Social Security tax. So Karina's in the system right now, already building up her FICA tax for her future Social Security and Medicare. Okay, way in the future, but she's in the system. If you're working for a company in Peru, you're not paying in. Are you paying into a Social Security program for Peru? But you don't live in Peru. You're going to live in America. So you're working for a company that's taxing you. That's not going to benefit you. Okay, so the money's good, maybe. But what I would do, Adriana, is quit your job. When you get to America, quit working for the company in Peru. Don't work for them anymore. Wait till you get your green card and your Social Security number, and look for a job here in the United States, where you're going to probably make 4 times as much money, 5 times as much money, right? Is it really worth it? In my opinion, it's not. In my opinion, like Karina had a fantastic job in Colombia, in Bogota. She was a manager of these ice cream stores. Okay. When we got to about a week, I think it was, before we left Colombia, Karina said, "See ya. Adios. Hasta luego. Have a nice life." Right? Now she's working here and making 10 times as much money. Right? Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. Adriana, why should I quit if I'm not doing something illegal? Just asking to make a decision. Well, you don't have to quit. You can keep the job. You can keep working it, just as long as you pay your taxes to the Peruvian government, and as long as you file a tax return with the Peruvian government. But to me, that's a lot of hassle. To me, it's a lot of hassle. I want to get a job in the United States, but until I get my green card, I would like to quit the job. Okay, well, keep working your job in Peru. Keep paying your taxes to the Peruvian government, and when you get your green card, then stop. Okay, but you cannot work in the United States for a U.S. company without proof of permission, green card, work permit, and social security number. So Adriana, keep on doing what you're doing if you want to. But remember, you're gonna be paying those taxes to the Peruvian government. Larry Piercy is called continued suffering for years. Listen, Larry, we gotta have an election here November 5th. We gotta get Cactus back in the White House. I'm tired of this communism stuff. Don't be scared. Your green card is not going to be denied, Adriana. It's not. The only way you get a problem with your green card is with working in the United States is without a green card is for a U.S. company, like if you're working for a U.S. company. Adriana, thank you so much, Diego. Fingers crossed everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be great. You're going to be how do you get paid? Does the company pay you direct deposit to your bank? But you don't have a U.S. bank account. So how do you get paid? If you don't have a U.S. bank account, and if you do, and immigration is going to want to see those bank statements, and they're going to see income coming in from a foreign country, you got to be careful for that. Okay, I've been talking for an hour and 6 minutes and 31 seconds. I'll do the live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I'll do it by myself on Mondays because Karina will be she's busy. And then Wednesdays and Saturdays, Karina will be with me. Adriana gets the last word. They direct deposit. With all the discounts, they would keep depositing to my Peruvian account. Okay, well, as long as it's a Peruvian account, you're good. Dr. Zaba in the house. Tienes razón. The best words in the system in the history of the United States. Oh, thank you. Gracias, Dr. Zaba. Muchas gracias. Si ella tiene un trabajo respectable, eso los ayudaré a ambos. Gracias. Lots of help with yeah. Well, thank you, Dr. Zaba. I don't know if you speak English, but muchas gracias para tu palabras. Muy bien, muy bien. See you, Bud, Larry Piercy. Adriana, the income would be getting there. Would the government track it? Well, the U.S. government will track your income in U.S. banks, okay? They're not going to track your income in a Peruvian bank unless you give them the freaking account number and tell them about it. But it's not illegal to be working for Peru. As long as you pay your taxes to the Peruvian government, you can do it. But remember this, you cannot work in the United States of America without a green card, a work permit, either or, and a social security number. Adriana, go ahead if you want to continue doing it. It's helping you. It's going to help your family. But remember this, okay? I don't know if the U.S. government taxes global income. They may tax global income also. Now, you may want to contact a CPA in the United States and ask a CPA, do I have to include my income from Peru on my federal income taxes? Because I don't know. The United States government, I think they tax globally. They did on Obama change that. President Obama said, if I was working in Colombia, I'd have to pay freaking tax on my dinero in Colombia. Check into that with a CPA. Thank you. God bless you all. And with that said, we're going to go and get something to eat. Pixie dust for everybody. Mountain Dew salutes for everybody. And thank you guys for the super chats. We appreciate you. See you later.